Hello! Good morning, Maeflowers! It's MAEFAE, your hardcore flower fairy. And we're back to the tea table because I enjoyed it so much last time that I felt like we had to come back to it. How is everybody doing today? Are you guys doing alright? Let's get settled down, I actually also just woke up and I brewed some very, very hot matcha tea for today. I know I should be changing up some of the tea orders that we have, but I feel like I always go back to the classics, you know? My classic matcha, and also my classic, my classic vanilla rooibos tea. What number in the queue am I for Tea-rapy? I think it's not necessarily a queue, but we're all in a round table together, you know? We all just talk and discuss about certain things. But very happy to see you guys. I did start a bit early today because unfortunately I do have to leave a bit early as well for a meeting. There's been like a lot of meetings that has been happening recently, so I want to make sure that I get there on time and that I am not late for things. Glad for the upcoming weekend. Are you doing anything special? Oh yeah, I do apologize if if the dress gets a bit distracting. Should I find another outfit? I've been thinking of different outfits to wear. Actually, I do know that because Discord has a recommendations, and it's a very general recommendations, if you guys ever find a cute outfit that you would like for me to wear, or you think would look good on me, definitely let me know, and then I can see if I can wear that. Change up the outfit here and there sometimes. I feel like I get bored of my normal outfit, so I gotta spice things up every once in a while. Punctuality based, yes, I am a very punctual fairy. A lot of meetings for a lot of events. Yeah. But it's a good thing though. I just gotta make sure that I prepare, because I have to bring out a couple documents, you know, some serious business type of documents. Yeah. So, what did you guys bring for tea today? I already mentioned that I brought the what's it called, the matcha tea. Also added a little bit of peanut powder in there as well. Do you guys have Earl Grey or just like normal tea or iced tea? I know some people here don't really like iced, or I guess hot tea. You should get a chunny one because you are chunny, of course. Maybe if I can find one, like a chunny type of outfit. I don't know about fashion. You could also dress me up as a man. Wouldn't it be cool though? What if I dress up as a man for stream one day? I think I would be a cool guy. Did you guys know that like I went through a phase when I was a lot younger where I really wanted to dress like androgynous. I guess that's the word for it. Androgynous. I really wanted to see how I would look like as a boy. And I think I'd make a pretty cute boy. I actually, I was a boy for Halloween during school one day. And I put on a wig and then I put on some makeup to make me look masculine, which is like really weird because you would think that you don't need makeup to make yourself look masculine, but you know, you gotta add those edges onto your face. And I went to school and I wanted to see how many cute girls I could get. And I had a very specific name for my boy form. My boy name is Maximilian. I was like, what type of name can I put that starts with an M but is not dumb? And Max seemed like a really cool word. Let me catch up to the to your messages really quick. How are you though? We also care for your Tea-rapy too. I'm doing well. I think mentally I'm doing well. You know, I still get a little bit of those comparison bugs sometimes. That is something that I struggle with a lot. A lot of those like comparison bugs, a lot of those self-depreciating bugs that I am very much trying to get past. But I have been so busy that honestly, it's a distraction. Because I have so many things that need to be done, like those things are just distractions to me, and I have to just like push them out, you know? They don't completely go away. Anyone else is drinking tea post in the garden with me? Heck yeah! Drink tea, yay! Okay, I'm glad that you also have tea. Brought sweat as tea? Wait, sweat? Sweat? You mean like legit sweat? Like you sweated it out and then you just like put it in a cup and you're like, salty tea. Gonna make hibiscus, but I saw War had sour apples, green apple soda. I mean, if you mix it with your hibiscus tea, I think it would make a very good combination, Gandhi. Oh gosh, peppermint tea? That's a good one. I heard that's very good for your digestive system, YT Borg. A Filipino boy. A tier listing stream. See, the thing is, I actually don't really know a lot of different types of teas. I'm a lot more aware with like, you know, if I go into like a tea house and they have those teas and I try that. But every single time I find one that I really like, I usually just stick to it. I don't know, like I call myself adventurous, but once I find something I really like, I just stay there, you know? Mario. No, not Mario. Not Mario. That sounds... I don't know. Mario doesn't really sound cool. Yeah, I kind of want it to be like a bad boy type of thing, you know? I kind of look like a... one of those like K-pop bad boy kind of group people. Yeah, I looked a little bit more like a pretty type of boy, you know? I could probably get a lot of girls. That's being serious. No, because girls have like very different tastes, right? And this is really interesting because I actually asked my gen mates like what their taste was in girls. And you know, a very, very common thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the girls I've talked to that have very specific tastes, not in boys, but like in other girls, are definitely more of like the mature mommy type of ones. And like I am just so far from the mature mommy type of aesthetic and or vibe that I don't think I could pull girls like that. Like when I was Maximilian, I had to like pull my tomboy type of persona up to max, you know? Max, get it? Maximilian, shh, shh, shh. I'm not a dad, I swear. Maximilian, a fake character. Congrats on 10k victims. Brian, why are you calling them victims though? Why are you calling them victims? Well, actually, that's kind of true because every single Mayflower that I earn is they're actually all the souls that I'll be taking at the end of my my time. They're all a part of the superpowers that I bring. I literally utilize all the souls of the Mayflowers to attack. Yes. That is my superpower. It's salty indeed. Wait, stop. Okay, you guys got jokes too. You guys are funny. I'll mix it and send the results. Yeah, let me know if it looks good. I think you gotta put like a little hibiscus on top to really like top it off. Make it look really sweet and really nice. When I was a boy, I renamed myself as Maxim. Heck yeah! Oh my gosh, Heaven! Thank you so much! Thank you so much! Wow. Oh, it was nice to see you. It was nice to see you, Heaven. I know that we don't really get to chat a lot, but it's always nice when you say hi and, you know, when you peek around and, like, look around. I'm always very happy to see you, Heaven. Let's see. Hey, yo! Hi, Aquinas. Nice to see you. I don't have tea, but I have vodka. It's not the same. They also have tea. What's it called? They also have like tea alcoholic drinks. Like I remember, I went into the city once and they had like Earl Grey like alcoholic beverages. They had some like matcha alcoholic beverages though. I mean, it wasn't my absolute favorite, but I really like the concept of it because I drink tea more than I drink alcohol, and it's a really good combination of both. I wish I could find something like that again around the new place that I moved to. You mean a hardcore boy? Yeah. Yeah, a hardcore boy. It takes a girl to know what a girl wants. That's a stream idea for the future. Trying out teas on stream and tier listing them. Oh yeah, I could definitely do that. I think that would be a great idea. Try out different teas, but that means I would have to boil water and just drink a lot of water. I'd have to go to the bathroom a lot. You will have more achievements in progress and it will be more hard to diminish your abilities. You know, see, that's a thing that I like to think of, right? The more achievements and progress you get, the way to... you would think that you would feel a little bit more confident with certain things, but something that I've realized is that for me personally, it doesn't work for me like that, you know? I feel like no matter how many achievements and accomplishments that I have, I always still feel like I never am enough for that type of thing. And I know the reason why. It's just a little bit hard to wrap my head around, like knowing the reason why, but also effectively trying to, what's it called? To combat that. It's really a personal self-esteem thing, right? It's something that's very, very deep-rooted, and it really takes a paradigm shift or a mental shift very slowly but surely to change from I'm not good enough to yeah, I am good enough, I am confident enough. And a lot of people say that you shouldn't depend on others to have that reinforcement for things, but in very early ages, that's exactly what makes you believe the things that you believe about yourself, you know? Reinforcement from your parents, reinforcement from your friends and family and whatnot, and those are the voices that actually stick to what's in your head. And for me personally, the things that kind of stick in my head is like, oh yeah, if you don't do a lot of things, or if you're not productive, or if you don't provide, like in a group or in whatever community setting that you have, then you're not doing your job. So it's really hard to kind of switch into, yes, you as a person have an intrinsic value that that can't be replaced. So I know that in my head. And in my heart, it's a little bit deeper to, you know, a little harder. That's the word for it, to seep in. Did anyone answer edible? Edible is crazy. Fun tea. Wait, hold on. I think Gladys trying to say a joke here, but I don't really understand. So you're like a reverse patron. You need our souls to influence your own power, but without us, we couldn't benefit from those powers. Yeah, you guys are like... You guys are like parasites. Wait, that's worse. That's worse. First, you guys are called victims, and then now I'm like, wait. In technicality, either you or me are parasites. Maybe we're all just like parasitic beings sucking the souls from each other. Hi, Yasuo. Nice to see you. Super soul suck me. I never drank vodka, but I know it's not my drink. That's okay. I don't like drinking vodka either. Vodka straight up tastes like rubbing alcohol to me. I hate it. Vodka works, although all of mine is in vanilla. Do they have vanilla vodka? That's crazy. Are you a lightweight alcohol? Yes. I am a lightweight with alcohol. And a lot of the reason why is because I just don't drink it a lot. I am also very small, so I understand it's very easy to be a lightweight from that. I also have heard that most people who become not lightweight with alcohol are people who drink alcohol a lot because, you know, they get very, very used to it. So I usually am very clean with a lot of things. Feels like the higher you climb, the higher you drop. I get you. Yeah. That's the hardest thing, you know. You always kind of want to like keep it up, but it's tough. Have confidence, woman. You special. Oh, that means a lot, Rico. That means a lot. Champagne, wine, or beer lemonade? Never had beer lemonade. That's a very interesting mix. Maybe I'll try it, but I'm not really a big fan of beer either. I guess champagne and wine would be really nice. 24 hours without sleep is concerning. I haven't had a choice but to knock you out. Death Kid, no! It's okay, it's okay. I will knock out on my own. You mean there's more brain rot than sticks in your head? Yes? Yes? You know, gonna be honest with you though, like 90% of the things that happen in my head is brain rot. Like I literally, you know, in my head, sometimes when I'm having a conversation with somebody, I just say like the randomest memes. like literally yesterday, I would be having a conversation with a friend, and then like during the silences, I would just be like, moo, or I would just be like, and I just be having like a party in myself in my head. So I guess like not just type of like you know, like bad voices type of things in my head. It's just more so of just like random things that are happening. Hi Leon Lion Noel. That's actually a pretty nice name. It flows off the tongue really well. But nice to see you. Hope you're doing well here. Let me see. Sorry, I'm a little bit delayed in a little delayed in reading messages. Growing, as I could see, growing VTuber channel, charisma, acting work, VA work. That's pretty amazing. You could be called talented. Comparison is a thief with joy. I agree with you, JK. I agree with you. Yeah. I do think that a lot of the people that do very well in a lot of these spaces, or just like successful in general, are people who are very good at keeping down the whole comparison thing. Like they really try to focus on themselves. And the only time that I can really focus on myself is really just doing a lot of work. So it is a very unhealthy cycle of like, for me to be able to kind of drown out those feelings of comparison, I gotta overwork myself. But if I overwork myself, that's not healthy either. So where is that happy medium between overworking yourself and being able to find some time for rest, right? Suck. Wait, why is everyone saying that? Hi Lane, it's nice to see you. Congrats on 10K. Thank you, Marco. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I don't drink. It's because you're too young to drink. All of you are too young to drink. You must be at least 8,000 years old for you guys to start drinking in the Fae world, okay? Or I guess there really isn't any there really isn't any rules in the Fae world for you guys to drink certain things. Rubbing vodka on the wound for maximum effect. I would totally use rubbing vodka if I didn't have any other alcohol, to be honest. No, what I meant about vanilla is that to make vanilla, traditional you put alcohol in the scrape beans. So in my cabinet there is a bottle and there's vanilla beans in the bottle of vodka? Oh, that's interesting. Never tried that before. Heck yeah. Hi Orochi, nice to see you. I thought you were a cool unk. I am a cool unk. I'm so freaking cool that I have brain rot in my head. You found your moo. Voices in your head, yeah, I could have predicted that. Yeah, I have a lot of voices in my head with it. I'm a It's so bad. Sometimes people don't understand the memes that I have though. So that's the thing that sucks about it. I actually did watch a video recently about Gen Z humor. What makes Gen Z's humor different? And in the beginning, it was more so like a first, second, third type of ironic type of humor. But something that has been added on into the conversation was the fact that a lot of Gen Z humor is also very referential. So it is because of how widespread the internet is, where there is a joke that happens, but everybody wants to be in on it. Like if you go on TikTok or you go on YouTube Shorts or something and somebody says a joke, people are not going to understand it and people are going to be like, oh, send me the original, send me the original video. And that's how people understand it. And people who don't get it, they get left out. And that is how people end up becoming quote-unquote boomers if you are not consistently on the internet and following up with the trends and all of that. I can imagine that it can get very, very exhausting though. My night will be awesome with May in the background of my ears while I eat bodaciously with my bodacious noodles. Wait. Why are they so bodacious? I'm literally thinking of you slurping up like really thick udon noodles, law. But I'm doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Let's yap. Congrats on 10K. Thank you, Clock. Thank you. I barely make the cut. Oh yeah, Maldrin. I think Maldrin is very, very close to old age here. I think that he can drink alcohol. Not drink alone, but drink with friends. Yeah, I agree. I always tend to drink with friends. I drink more like socially, honestly. It's a social thing. I don't think I would drink by myself unless it was really, really tasty. Like, for example, mead or my favorite type of wine. I'm still trying to look for my favorite type of wine, but the one that I love right now is a wine bottle called Jam Jar, if you guys have ever heard of it. I don't want to personally drink vodka, especially when paid for many dollars. I mean, alcohol is very expensive nowadays. Did you know that vanilla extract is 70% alcohol? Really? But why does it taste so sweet? That's crazy. Dad made me try a beer for the first time last Saturday, and I didn't even like it because of the alcohol. So no, that's one of the reasons why I don't drink. Yeah. A lot of alcohols don't really taste good. When I drink it, I have to make sure that it doesn't taste like alcohol, or if it does, it complements like all the flavors of it. Right. May must send us the original of her brain memes so we could understand her. Okay, I'm gonna start just sending the memes on Discord, guys. Whenever I see a funny meme, I'm literally just gonna pop it in there, and you guys are gonna be very confused. Like sometimes when you guys have like conversations on Discord, I am like straight up like, they're having a conversation right now. Let me just drop something. Not related to the conversation at all. That is what I am having my weird brain rot moments. Hi Christian, nice to see you. Eating bodaciously isn't all about the visual, mate. It's all about the feels. I feel rich having this. Wait, you know what they say though, right? The chat, the community reflects the streamer. It reflects the VTuber. And if you're talking about bodacious flavors and bodacious vibes, I completely agree with that, you know, because we love the taste of luxury here. We love the taste of good quality bodacious food and bodacious tea. Oh my goodness. It tastes like perfume. It smells awesome. Heck yeah. We love the smell. We don't like Everclear here. Everclear is gross. Alcohol tablets might be helped. What are alcohol tablets? I never tried that before. I don't know what that is. I tried a Jello shot for my cousin's birthday and I didn't like that either, so I spit it out. It kind of does. It tastes like medicine, actually. Like a Jello shot kind of tastes like medicine, especially if you put too much alcohol in it. To be honest with you, like just put a little bit, like a little dot, and then it would taste good. Alcohol is bad for your body. I think liking it comes from getting used to it, not genuinely liking it. Yeah, I think that if you like the taste of alcohol, like maybe you're like a psychopath or something. Like, you know how they say that if you like black coffee, you might be a psychopath or a sociopath because it's so bitter? Like, it's not if you put milk in it. It's more so if you put if you just drink it like black, like straight up, just straight up. You might have tendencies of a psychopath. Tea spilling, yes. Yes, lots of tea spilling here. Lots of tea spilling. Discord is just May's fever dream. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, one day I'm just gonna wake up and I'm gonna go online and we'll be like, oh yeah, let me just check on chat really quick. And then my Discord's gone and I'm like, holy crap, that was just all in my head? Yeah, I think it was just all in my head. Hi, Sky! Nice to see you, nice to see you! Thanks for stopping in. How are you doing today, Sky? You brought some tea with you? You ready to yap with some tea today? We love what we can't have. Yeah. I also thought Jello shots tasted like chunky cough syrup. Yeah! That's what it is. What do you mean? Cough syrup isn't like too bad. No. Cough syrup is bad. But you know what tastes good? Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol is delicious. I'm drinking black coffee right now. Okay, Brian, you are officially a psychopath. I also drink black tea by itself. Oh my gosh, wait. Actually, not very surprising that our Maeflowers have psychopathic tendencies. Hi, Avery. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? Oh my goodness. I drink black coffee since it reflects my... Oh, okay. Okay, not surprised. Okay. Okay, so my Maeflowers might be a little bit more psychopathic than I am. I actually hate drinking black coffee. So in my head, I was like, okay, cool. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not as crazy as I thought I would be, but it seems like you might be a little bit crazier than I am. Ain't nothing wrong with a black coffee. Wait, it's coffee. It's not coffee. As Lan says it, as Lan and Fish says it, it's coffee. It's not K-A-W-F-E-E. It's K-W-A-W-F-E-E. Coffee. I came to like my country's signature herb liquor. When tourists try it, they say it's real little dread. Tastes garbo, but I can't really drink anything else if the occasion comes. What is an herb liquor? Liquor? I've never had that before. That's interesting. I drank coffee before. Coffee is good, just with like milk and some sugar. Or honey. Honey and coffee? Yeah. Have you ever seen the Pepto-Bismol milkshakes when they used to try? No? They made Pepto-Bismol milkshakes? Wait, hold on. I kind of want to try that. Wait, please send that. It says, yeah. So the chat reflecting the streamer. So there is this like very weird phenomena that I started noticing recently, and some people in chat have mentioned this before about. Chat reflects the VTuber, and that is the type of community that you start having, I think. And I do wonder sometimes if that's true, because something that I've noticed is that I get messages sometimes from Maeflowers, also sometimes during chat when, you know, I'm having conversations with you guys about the fact that a lot of you guys actually say that you don't have a lot of time to watch other VTubers, or you know, like you're not either completely in the VTubing community space, and then some of you guys are, which is like I think a good mix of both. But like I feel like it's also very similar to me, where I personally don't really have a lot of time to be in like the VTuber community space, and I just literally just go to the people that I feel like I resonate with the most. But like, yeah, and I feel like a lot of the people who kind of like hop on here, there are some chat that are a little bit more brain rotty than others from like the VTubers that I've watched in the past, and I'm like, that's so interesting how specific people gravitate towards other people, you know? Like I'm not a very like funny meme type of person. I just literally, oh my goodness, what is happening right now? Oh, okay, sorry. I heard like a noise from the outside that was very, very loud. Well, anyway, what was I talking about? I don't remember anymore. But anyway, yeah, I feel like I should make like a checklist to see how similar we are to each other with certain things. I also know that like a lot of you guys also like metal music a lot, which is really, really cool. I mean, that makes sense too, right? That makes sense. Or like if you like metal music and I like metal music, then we may have similar interests. We may have similar things that match up right there. Konnichiwa! Hi, Shamar! Nice to see you, nice to see you. How are you doing today? Thank you for stopping by. You have a very interesting name. Peanut Top? Peanut Top? Peanut Pot? Is it like a group thing? Is that you? Oh, I see. A Jägermeister. See, I don't even know what a Jägermeister is. Maybe I'd have to try it out. Yeah, I have too many favorites. That's okay, that's okay. I mean, we all have like different favorites for different types of things, right? It's the same way how you have like friendships. Like I would assume that like a Kami Oshi would be someone that's like not like your best friend, but like that is the one that you resonate with the most. And then you also have like other favorites where it's like, oh yeah, like if I really like how I have conversations with this person is my favorite for that. Or if I like the way I like the games that they play, then this person would be perfect for that, you know? It kind of feels like friendships sometimes where you might not interact with every single friend that exists in your circle, but you interact with them for very, very specific reasons. Yeah, no, generally one of those people is too busy. Generally you start stream at the perfect time where I can watch or have time to listen and like, yeah, I feel like we're all like very similar in that aspect. I feel like we're all kind of busy in our own ways, but you know, I feel like that's how we kind of just combine and go together, right? It's the perfect match. It is fate that brought us together. You are kind of funny. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Did I ever tell you guys about the fact that like I was so concerned about the fact that like I don't think that I'm funny that I ended up getting a what's it called, an improv book, because I didn't have money to go to an improv class, and I always really wanted to go to an improv class because I thought it would be really good to have really good funny improv skills, right? And I ended up buying a upgrade. What is it? Upgrade Citizens Brigade book on how to be funny in terms of doing improv. So I mechanically had to break down how people became funny. And it is very similar to storytelling aspects where you have to set up the scene and you just have to keep going and do it. So I know how to be funny in knowledge, but I don't know how to be funny in practice. I think my brain goes 200 miles per hour, way too much for me to be able to do that. Most of the time, I'm also in a rush to get things done before I go to a VTuber stream, and I either come in late or almost ending up missing streams. That's okay, Isaac. You know, the best thing about this is that we are on YouTube, and, you know, even if you do miss things, you could always watch the VOD. Though I do realize that if you watch the VOD, you do miss a lot of the interactivity aspects of things, which is very, very, very unfortunate. But, like, you know, I hope that I will be able to talk in a way that even though you guys watch the VOD, you still feel like you're a part of that conversation, you know? I mean, I watch a lot of VTubers, and you happen to be one of them, eh? Oh, appreciate that, Isaac. Appreciate that. I appreciate that, like, you still come by and you still make time to, you know, to just chat with me. My time 24/7, I forget to watch a stream or overslept. Sometimes I have a task to do. Yeah, no, like seriously, you guys don't even have to come to all of my streams, to be honest with you. I literally just, you know, just hop on whenever, and I don't even know how you guys have the time to watch a lot of VTubers. Have you looked at my marshmallow? I have, Deft Kid. I did. I took a look at it. Before I started stream to see if there was anything that, you know, I wanted to share. A lot of them were very, very like personal. I think that's what brought up the conversation, actually. I think it wasn't just you, but I think like it was another person who sent me a marshmallow that was saying that they didn't really have a lot of time to watch a lot of VTubers, and that's why, you know, the idea kind of came into place where I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, very similar to me where I don't really have a lot of time to just like hop on and do things. You know, people who are viewers and chatters also don't really have a lot of that time, which makes it even more special that you're here to have these conversations with me. Good morning, Magic. Nice to see you. Oh, yeah. Don't contradict my opinion. You are fun. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me rummage through my brain. The rule for improv is you don't say no. You say yes and. Okay. So JK says May is pretty funny. Yes, and she does not understand that she is kind of funny. There we go, there we go. We're not contradicting opinions. In order to be good at being funny, you have to go along with the flow. Yes, that's how you do it. I feel like a loser, I feel like a loser. I can't believe I have to read a book about how to be funny. It's the same way that I had to read a book about being social too, okay? You know, like 10 years ago, I don't know, a couple years ago, I also bought a book on how to socially interact with people and making small talk, because I was struggling with making small talk with people. So I bought a book that says how to talk to people, but like it was such an outdated book, guys. I literally went to the first page and they went straight to a freaking like elevator speech type of deal. They literally wrote like, yeah, okay, so let's put a scenario where you are in an elevator with somebody and you want to bring up a conversation and make small talk. And I was like, what? At what point am I going to be in an elevator and want to talk to anybody? Because nobody in an elevator wants to have a conversation with anyone unless they're old, like older than me. If they're 20,000 years old, yeah, maybe they want to have a conversation. But if they're the same age as me or they're younger than me, they usually just like glance at me and they're like, oh, and then they look the other way and then they don't have a conversation with me. At what point am I gonna want to have a small talk conversation? And they're like, yeah, don't talk about the weather, you know. Talk about something that's on their body or whatever they're wearing, or if they're holding a book or something like that. And I'm just like, bro. So yes, I do learn all of my soft skills from books. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me drink some of my tea really quick. I've been yapping so much. I will read your messages though while I drink my tea. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness. Why do I feel like I always have to like blow my nose every morning when I yap with you guys? I'm in my 10,000s and I don't want to speak to people in the elevator. You think so? I mean, I think the thing is, right? The thing is, I want to learn small talk and, you know, all that stuff, and that's why I got that book. But breaking past a lot of people's walls is probably a lot more difficult, right? Because if you're in an elevator, like you said, right? People don't want to speak to other people. And if you actually encounter somebody who wants to speak to you, like, people are weird about it. Like, you would think that as a society, people would be more interested in having like a conversation, but people just want to be left alone for the most part. But that might just be like more of a Western thing. I think it really depends on what country that you're in, because there are definitely some countries that are a little bit more friendlier than others who actually like to have conversations with that, you know? Your strategy to learn to socialize feels like how a robot would start to learn humans. I mean, I'm not a robot though. I'm a fairy, okay? There is a reason why I have been reborn as a fairy in this world. And the reason why I am a fairy is because I am much too afraid to talk to people, but at the same time, I am very, very interested in human beings. I will look at them from afar. I will observe them from afar. I will imbibe myself in their stories, all their culture, all the things that they enjoy doing, and I will learn about them, and I will try to incorporate it in my own life. But unfortunately, I do not have enough interactions with human beings to be able to fit into human society as well as I would like to. I remember when my elevator stopped, I'm stuck as a kid a couple hours and I'm scared. Elevators so much. In 10 plus years, I go up the stairs. Really? You're afraid of elevators, Oleg? I would have never guessed that. That's crazy. There is no conversations in Passing Say. You make this sound like some crazy world we live in. I mean, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. To be fair, there are many kinds of comedy. Some people are really good with setting up jokes. Some people hit with one-liners. There's situational and physical. There are different types of comedy, though. I agree with that. I feel like a lot of like younger people don't really go to a lot of comedy shows, though. Like, I feel like the only people who appreciate that are a lot of older people, and a lot of younger people more go off of like referential type of humor. Though, I mean, maybe I'm just being judgy, right? I think I'm just being judgy, and maybe they do appreciate different types of humor. I think at some point they might get tired of referential humor, and then they will try to expand themselves into different types of humor, actually. A good trick is with dogs. Statistically, I can't say that word. Statistically speaking, people with dogs with them in public are more likely to go along with small talk. Oh, so you're saying that for me to be able to interact with humans more, I need to get a dog. But I'm more of a cat person, though. Yeah, I'm more of a cat person. My favorite small talk is when a random junkie-looking old man starts to rap about stuff that I can't even understand. I don't even know what language he's talking, and I just play along so we stay alive. I don't think I've ever had to go through that experience before. Whenever a random-looking person who looks a little crazy comes up to me, they end up giving me either some sort of racial slur, or they... or they just yell at me for no reason. I've definitely walked the street before, and I've had a crazy guy like come up to me, and they're like, "What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You want to fight?" And I'm like, "Sir, I am a 5'1" small girl. I am not here for a fight. I just looked at you because you were talking to yourself, and it is a very normal reaction for somebody to look at someone who isn't doing something that is normal, okay?" I'm not scared of elevators. Elevators are nice and chill. They go up and down to go other floors that people need to go to. So if we do the scare stream at some point, we have to make sure that there's no elevators there. I mean, not as scary though. Maybe we should have it in an elevator. Yeah. I talking about stand-up comedy? Yeah, stand-up comedy. Or I guess just like comedy in general, you know? Why would you need a dog when you got that dog in you? I don't know if I got that dog in me, though. Take your cat for a walk. I tried to do that. I tried to put my cats on a leash, guys, but they escape so fast. Like, and I think it's the fact that they have so much fur. Like, you know, a lot of cats, like, you think that they're really chunky, but like that's like 90% fur, guys. I was very, very afraid that I would strap the cat like too hard and they would feel uncomfortable, because they're already uncomfortable to begin with already. And they just slip right out. They hate it and they slip right out, even if I want them to go on a walk. I want them to go on hikes with me, actually, you know? I've always wanted a cat where I can just kind of go on an adventure and then they would still come back to me. And it's not the fact that I like don't trust my cats. It's just the fact that like my cats are really dumb. My cats are really dumb. There's nothing in their heads. They're just head empty. And they're gonna like run themselves into the sidewalk or the road or whatever. Or they're gonna get eaten alive by a coyote. So yeah, it's not that I don't trust them. It's just that like I know that they have a peanut brain and they're not gonna do anything smart if I leave them alone. Hey Mule, nice to see you. Cats are extremely independent. Yeah, they're very independent. Unless they're like boy cats. Boy cats are very affectionate for some odd reason, at least to me. If you want to talk your cat out, what? Something like that. Anyway, guys. Let me drink this. I almost choked down my tea. Guys. If you want to talk your cat out, best use those pet backpack thingy where you carry them on your back. Oh, I see. Yeah, I wanna get those, but I have 2 cats. Do you think I'll be able to fit 2 cats in there? I think they would hate it. I will need a separate person to walk my cat. Who wants to be my second person to walk the cat? Yeah. I actually had those for my ferret. It's how you walk them. You can walk a ferret too? That's crazy. That's what I need. Okay, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. Maybe next time I ever go hiking, I can bring my cats with me. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm glad that we were able to have that conversation because literally the only reason why I'm able to make a lot of those what's it called? Like those mentality posts on my schedules is whatever resonates with me during that time, I write them. And the last one that we talked about was you're not the thoughts that you flicker in your head and the mask that you wear. That one was specifically because I was talking to a friend about it. But now I'm thinking, what should be my quote for the next schedule? Something about I don't know yet. I'll think about it. If there's anything that you guys ever want to or ever are going through and do you wanna you want me to address it in next week's quote, definitely let me know. I'm gonna think really hard about it. I'm gonna dig deep into my heart for it. Not really a cat person, I'm more of a dog person. Oh, that means you're more sociable. For some reason, I've noticed that a lot of people who are dog people are actually very, very sociable. You know, I mean, maybe I'll be a dog person at one point. I got a new profile picture. It's a bald cat. Yay, JK! We love bald cats here. We love bald cats. My sister actually has one of those backpacks with a clear back that's meant for cats, and she used to walk our chickens. I want to walk a chicken. I'm kind of scared of chickens, though. I'm kind of scared of chickens. I don't know if I could watch a chicken. I don't think I can. I don't think I'll be able to put a chicken in a backpack and walk them. Hi Alvin, nice to see you. How are you doing today? Play favorites so they know how to suck up to you for walking position. Eh? What do you mean? Hi Jessica, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Do you do poetry as well? You know, I don't really write a lot of poetry, to be honest with you. I used to write poetry when I was younger. I used to do a lot of creative writing when I was younger. But actually, my creative writing skills didn't really come from, like, doing poetry and stuff. It came straight out of role-playing. I know that some of my Maeflowers know this, but a lot of new Maeflowers, when I was a lot younger, I used to, like, role-play. And it wasn't like there was like asterisk, you know, I walk up to you roleplay. It was literally like like 2-3 paragraphs of role playing. So back in the days, we used to do this thing. I don't know if this is something that people knew nowadays, where you would go on Gaia Online, or you would go on MySpace, or you would go on some, I don't know, like chat room where people role played, and I would make my own OC character, or I would take on a character from an anime, and I would I guess take them on, and then I would talk to them. Yeah, I would talk to them, and you know, sometimes I would take on the form as like Haku or like Sakura from Naruto. My favorite character that I like to roleplay was like Haku, because you know, I could be a boy and a girl, and you know, I could act cool, and then I'd be like, yeah, like I get my needles, and you know, man, how do I describe my role-playing sessions? Really strange. Of course, the worm herself is scared of chicken because they're scary. They have beaks. I am now lore accurate mate per true form. Hamster, no error. What do you mean that's lore accurate? It's not lore accurate. Oh my goodness. Hi, Oyston. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, you're heading off to work. I hope you have a great day at work, okay? Don't stress yourself out too much. Make sure that you don't let your coworkers get to you if you do get stressed. And enjoy life. Enjoy work, okay? Enjoy that money. I'll see you again next time, okay? Off topic, but maybe I can... But I'm alone with it. Can you include more time zones on the weekly schedule? I always count it out. JK, I don't know if you are in the Discord, but if you're in the Discord, we have our very special sub who actually translates a lot of the times into whatever time zone that you have in. Thank you, sub. You know, make sure you say your thanks to them. And that is a way for you to be able to see what my schedule is in those time zones. Unfortunately, because of the specific design that I have on my schedule, I cannot really change or add a lot to it. but you should be able to see it in your time zone in the Discord channel. So hopefully that works out. I do apologize that I can't put a lot more time zones in it. I know that you guys are like from all over the world. Yeah, it's very helpful. So, you know, say hi to the Maeflowers too, you know? Everybody's always chatting in there as well, you know, not just during streams, but like off stream as well. And I think that's a really good opportunity for you to get to know some of the people in the community as well. Chickens are not that bad. Not even the geese aren't that bad, but I do have a permanent scar from the turkey, but it's just a little one. I'm scared of it. I'm more scared of chicken than turkeys or geese. I think I became really good friends with my local geese, actually. I actually have fed some of the geese recently. I don't know if I'm supposed to feed them, but they kind of like me. The first time that I encountered a geese, they hissed at me, but this time they liked me, so I could be the geese whisperer now. I could talk to animals better than I can talk to human beings. May, do you know what's lacking with the outfit? Is there something lacking in the outfit? Is there something lacking in the outfit? I think the outfit is fine. Unless there's something in my fashion sense that has changed here. Yeah. Let's see. I believe there won't be much stress. In fact, today I received my salary. Let's go! Get that bread. Get that money. Let's go, let's go. If you could put GMT in the schedule, it would make it a lot easier since a lot of people know their time zone from GMT. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll go from like GMT, right? Yeah. I'll see if I can like change up one of the times from like GMT. I don't know if there's like people from like PST. I think I have JST on there. I'd have to like add a fourth one at some point. Not sure. What about baby chickens? Are they scared to you too? Oh, like the chicks? They're not scary. They look cute to me, I think. Yeah, they look cute to me. The Time Lord has arrived. Oh, hello. Hi, Torture Ninja. It's been a while. How are you doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Fate says you have been demoted from Time Lord to Time Lackey. Wait, here? Time Lord from Time Lackey? What do you mean? I somehow see cat ears with that outfit for some reason. You guys think I should get some cat ears? Hold on. I got you. I got you. I got you. Some cat ears? You want some ears? I got you. I got you. I got you. Hold on. Let me. Right there. Let me get my other ear. And then let me... Here. And let me flip this over. Just flip it. And then I'll pin it. I'll put it right here. Not the cat ears! We are talking about cats. We are talking about cats here. So might as well, right? Might as well. Wait. Let me put this behind. Yeah. There we go. Oh wait, hold on. It didn't stay. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Like this? Like this? Like this? Now I could be a cat, meow. There we go. Now it's completed. Woo! Get them cat ears gaming headset. You know, I really wanted to have one, but the only colors that they have is like blue and pink. I don't think they ever make purple. Purple is a very rare color, to be honest with you. The handy dandy cat ears ready. Heck yeah! I don't really get the opportunity to put on my cat ears for a bit. May, can I have another sunflower? Yes, here. You can have another sunflower. Have a sunflower. Have a sunflower. There we go. Just take it. Take it. Yeah. Well, in the meantime, something that I want to show you guys. I know I announced this on Twitter. and I don't think I got the opportunity to share it on Discord. But I do want to give you the big news. The people who didn't see it on Twitter. my human actually got their first video game voice acting role. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Very, very unexpected. And it is her very first time being in a game, and she is very, very excited about it. The game character is not going to be released until July, but I am thinking that I might learn the game specifically so you guys get to have that experience. Very, very excited about it. And the game is called Rivals of Ether 2. And my human plays the role of Apsa, and I actually will be sharing it with you guys here, live on stream. Hopefully I don't get hit with any copyright problems. That's why I don't do any like reacts or anything on stream. But I'll show it to you guys. Are you ready for this? I heard she's very technical. Yeah, a lot of people were very, very excited for her. Let me see. Let's turn up the TV. There we go. Let me turn chat off really quickly. Yeah, we'll put you guys right here. Yay! So you guys get to see it. Okay, let me turn off the music, and let's show it to you guys. I'm actually kind of nervous. I hope that you guys like my human's voice acting. I hope you guys like it. Alright, are you ready? Let's go. I'm very proud of her.
Long ago, when ether was still new, Kalis soared the skies. She taught the air striders her ways and raised up the Arkai Mountains. Her brothers and sisters quarreled ferociously, and so she left Ether and her people behind.
Hey! I thought it was
The
like
air
Avatar,
striders wanted her back.
Avatar, the last
And so
Airbender
they
or something.
forged the healing orbs to light her way home. Our goddess descended, only to find her followers divided. Do we expand or endure?
Hi, Silly. Nice to see
Who
you.
should have the right to fly? All this,
I hope you're doing
and
well
more,
today.
drove her back to the highest of heights once again. I will not sit idly and wait for her return like the Air Elders. I must set out to challenge my own principles.
Woohoo! Yay! Did you guys like that? Yeah, I did a cool speech there. I think this was really fun. This was really, really, really fun to record.
Time to conduct some field tests.
That sounded really cool. I can't wait to play this game. Vroom, vroom. Can you guys not tell from my screaming? Yeah, it kind of feels like Smash Bros, right? A lot of Smash players actually play this game.
I must expand my horizons.
Yay! You know what the crazy thing too about this is? It feels very lore accurate because like she's also purple. She's like a magical purple being. I mean, a magical purple goat, which is like really, 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 really cool. So I ended up having to voice some person that is also purple just like me. It must be fate, right? It must be fate. Yeah, it's so fun. I'm so happy with it. I genuinely couldn't tell it was your first time. I heard it without seeing the announcement you made for it. It's really good. Thank you, Gandhi. Yeah. So, my human being has never done any games before. They've only done like small audiobooks. They've done what's it called? They've done some like podcasts. What other things? Like some small commercial things, but never anything as big as this. So it's a first. Thank you so much, Maha. Thank you. It feels so mature. Kind of amazing how you could change your whole tone. Pretty impressed. Yeah, that's honestly probably the lowest that I could ever go. I was very, very nervous about it, but they believed in me. One of the reasons why they said that they chose me was because they liked my flexibility. Apparently, I was very flexible with the voices and stuff, and that's why they chose me. And if you guys listen to the trailer and she goes like TikTok, I was also very proud of that TikTok line too, because that was my idea. They were trying to think of special words or moves that they can use for the actual trailer itself and the game thing, because you can't just say like huh, ha, huh, hit, huh, ha, root. Like you gotta say something, you know? You know how like those anime protagonists are like, yeah, pedal, parry, punch, da 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 da. But you know, you can't say that. It's very quick. So I was like, hey, hey, TikTok. Great moves. Great moves, yeah. They did really well with the music and like the character design and the game design too. Like just looking at it, I would probably main her. And I know some of the characters that came there, but I don't know. She looks really cool. I would definitely go there and play her. Oh yeah. So that is our official stream announcement for it. Very, very happy, very, very proud of my human for that, and hopefully there's many more, guys. Let me drink something. Actually, I gotta blow my nose really quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm good. The game is multiplayer, isn't it? I believe so. It's a fighting game, so I'm pretty sure that you can play with a bunch of people, and they even have like tournaments for it. Yeah, they have like a lot of tournaments for it, which is really cool. I've never joined a tournament before. I think I would be very nervous to do tournaments, but if I ever go to any like fighting game things, maybe I'll play it like as a casual, you know? I'll just play it like as a casual person. I hope everyone else watching can take some inspiration or motivation to keep working hard too. Yeah. It's really tough to get into these types of things because I feel like, you know, a lot of things with the industry... Hold on, give me a second. I got an email. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just got an email related to the meeting that I'm gonna be going into later. Yeah. There are basically like 2 different ways that you can get like specific roles or, you know, get into like big things like this, which is 1, you have to be very, very well known. You have to be very popular in a specific type of community, and then you go into like classes and you learn how to do it, and then you become very good at what you do. The other way is you kind of just kind of grind through being very good at something, and then luck has it that you unfortunately or fortunately get a specific role. And I've never been the type of person to really be popular, to be chosen for things because, you know, like I know a lot of people or like I have specific connections in the industry. You know, I kind of just like started from scratch, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna try to be really, 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 really good at something, and then I'm gonna try to find people that I like, and I'm just gonna stick around because I'm really nervous about, you know, getting to know people. And yeah, I've always just kind of gone by things trying to get really good at it, and it takes longer. It takes a lot longer. You know, like my human being had to spend like 10 years learning how to do many different things for that. But that just, you know, that just proves that hard work pays off, you know? You don't gotta be popular, you don't gotta be big, you just gotta be good at things, right? If it's 4-player, it would make for a nice Sin collab. Wait, should I try to convince everybody to learn how to play a fighting game with me? I don't think there's a lot of people in Sin that plays fighting games, except maybe Fish. Like, Fish is really good at Tekken, you know? She hasn't played Tekken in a long time, but I remember the first time that we played together, and I was more of a casual player. She beat me the entire time, and I'm like, dang. W Fish, W Gaming, wow. So maybe one day I'll pick it up at another point. I haven't really had some time to play a lot of fighting games. Cheers to your future VA. Oh my gosh, no. It's gonna be a one-hit wonder. It's gonna be a one-hit wonder. Kind of trivia question, but how many voice lines these kind of characters get? Preferably in minutes. I wouldn't say... I wouldn't know in minutes. You know, it did take a couple hours for us to be able to record that. It takes a lot of time to be able to get, like, the right amount of pressure, you know? There's, like, low, medium, and then, like, a super hard. But, like, sometimes I go super extra with it, and they're like, wait, that's too hard. You're going too hardcore, May. You're going too hardcore. Don't beat yourself up too much. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, I won't beat myself up. I promise. If they ever add a cow to that game, and if Absa wins the match, you found your moo. Should I talk to the game devs, and should I try to convince them to get like a cow outfit, so I could go like moo? No. I don't think that would work. I don't think that would work. Speaking of tournaments, are you gonna watch the Repo tournament that Fish is gonna be competing in tomorrow? I'm gonna try to make it. I'll try my best. Sundays are usually my family days, and I usually spend most of my time offline. But because there's a couple of different things that I need to get like projects done, I probably will be on the computer and checking out the Repo tournament. Oh, speaking of which, definitely guys, later to tomorrow I am going to be in the Your Sound Matters concert at 1 p.m. and then I have a friend's birthday, Katsun, which I am also going to be performing in. So, you know, if it does not collide with any of those, then I will most definitely be watching the Repo tournament. Hardcore, May! Heck yeah! Hardcore! Phoenix! Hi, Phoenix! How you doing, Phoenix? I was literally talking to you two streams ago how we're gonna turn you into a big muscle-made Phoenix. Yes. Because you're gonna be carrying many things. You're gonna be carrying TVs. You're gonna be carrying our merch. You're gonna be carrying our gifts. You're gonna be carrying our tea boxes. You're gonna be carrying everything. You're gonna be swole. And you know what's gonna happen, Phoenix? You're not just gonna be the person who carries our things. You're also gonna be your bodyguard. You're gonna get so buff from carrying everything that everybody's just gonna be intimidated by you. You gotta put on that maid outfit, put on those sunglasses, you gotta cross your arms, and you gotta protect the Maeflowers. Mega Muscle Phoenix, thank you. What's your greatest weakness? I've been told that I work too hard and I'm too dedicated. That sounds like a lame answer. You know, my greatest weakness is that I push myself too much that I end up dying. I think that's what it is. Unnecessary push, you know? It's actually a bad thing for you to push yourself too hard, guys, because once you push yourself too hard and you're way too productive with things, you will absolutely burn out, and that is not the way to go. Do not follow my steps. That is not the problem, okay? That actually just means you're mentally ill and you need to resolve some issues. If you can't make it, then we'll cheer for Fish and then the rest of the team for you. Well, yes, please cheer really hard for Fish. Cheer hard for Fish. So we get an escort detailed by the legendary Phoenix. Yes, you know, a lot of the Maeflowers get perks as well, you know. If you are a part of the cult, you not only get free bricks and some delicious brick clay to eat, you also get a free escort. Phoenix might not need him to be the bodyguard. People will come to him. You should get someone to protect my beloved Phoenix. Oh, I guess I should protect Phoenix. I don't know how to feel about that, Phoenix. You don't need to feel. You just do. And you know, you are beloved. You see, all the Maeflowers love you. All the Maeflowers love you, Phoenix. Heck yeah. I'll be cheering for Fish, as well as my Kamioshi, of course. Yes. Of course. Please cheer them on. I volunteered to protect y'all. Yay! I feel like we need to get more people to join the May Mafia, right? Yeah, we gotta get more people to join the May Mafia. Speaking of which, May Mafia, something that I realized I wanted to do in the next few months when I visit Japan is I want to visit a maid cafe. And for any people who have been to Japan or have been to other maid cafes, please give me your recommendations. I know there are a lot of maid cafes out there. There's like at-home maid cafe. There's also the ones that are like the traditional one. There's My Dreaming. There's a lot of different maid cafes that you can go to in Japan, and I can only go to one. So I have to pick the best one for the moment. And how was this tied? How was this tied to what we were talking about? It was because I was thinking of Akiba Maid Wars. If you guys also have not watched Akiba Maid Wars, I would highly recommend for you to watch it because it is one of my favorite animes of all time. It is definitely up there. I don't know why. It just has the great combination of being a little bit rough around the edges, but also has that very cute thing, right? Very cute. To work or to be a customer? No. To be a customer. I want to have the maid experience for me. I want them to give all the love. I want them to sing songs to me, and I want them to give magical blessings to my food. Yeah, I brought this up earlier, but how did y'all miss MAEFAE? It's right there. It's perfect. I thought we're called the MAEFAE. It is the MAEFAE. It is the MAEFAE. You either call it the May Mafia or the MAEFAE. Depends on whatever rolls off your tongue a lot better. Fish mentioned being too many maid cafes before. Yeah. Fish also knows a lot about the maid cafes. I probably will be asking for her recommendations with things. And you know, she's gonna show me around, and like we're gonna have tea. We're gonna do many different things. I also am going to be asking her for recommendations to go shopping and whatnot. It's been called the MAEFAE for a while. Yes. Maid. Yeah, definitely let me know if there's any recommendations. I really want to have the experiences for that. Putting ketchup on a lot of food makes me shudder, but it's so good. It's so good. You don't have to put a lot of ketchup on the food. You could just put like a little drawing there, you know? I do know that omu rice is made with ketchup. It is made with ketchup. Fish true otaku. Yeah. Fish has a lot of experiences in that type of stuff. The only reason why I've never been to a maid cafe is because the maid cafe in the Western culture is a little bit different from maid cafe in Japan. In the West, there are a lot of different maid cafes, but they're only secluded to conventions. The only other time that I recall there being a maid cafe is if you go into a big city. And I've been to Western maid cafes here, and it's a little bit different because they have to market it very differently from maid cafes in Japan. So I've been to many different maid cafes as well here, but it's not quite the same thing, you know? They're only really in anime conventions, and that's why I go to anime conventions, to be able to experience them. A lot of people line up for it, and it came to a point where I couldn't find a maid cafe that I really liked, and I ended up having to create my own maid cafe here, and it lasted for maybe about like 3 to 4 years before I had to shut it down because I had to go to college. Yeah. So I was also I was a head maid at some point, and it was really hard to put together, but I was very proud of it. We were able to get some maids together, and we were able to have nice events for everybody. My only visits to a maid cafe were invitation from others, so I can't really make my own recommendations. I see. That's okay, Maldorin, that's okay. At least May see Fish. Yeah, we get to hang out with each other at some point. What's made out of ketchup? Omu rice. So if you get like eggs and you have rice in it, it's not just plain rice. You actually have to mix it in with a little bit of ketchup. Tomatoes are made out of ketchup. Yeah. Western Maid Cafe. Moe Kyun. Yeah. I do know that they do have some brick and mortar maid cafes out in the West, but it's a little bit different, you know. It's a little bit different in like more like East or like Midwest. There's not a lot of stuff there. Return to MAEFAE. Yeah, some really cool lore. Yeah. It was really fun. May, did I miss anything? You didn't really miss much except yapping mule. I was just talking about my maid cafe experiences. One of the reasons why I was able to to get opened up to a maid cafe was because I actually worked with a idol from Japan that moved out into the West, and she was also hosting a lot of maid cafes around the area. And what ended up happening was that I was cosplaying at a convention, and I got scouted by one of her agents who was looking for guest performances at the maid cafe and at the maid show events. So what ended up happening was that I became a guest for a lot of her maid cafe, maid show events, and they introduced me as a cosplay guitarist because I used to play a lot of guitar back then. I was really obsessed with my electric guitar. I don't really play a lot of guitar anymore, but before she did her maid performances, I played a lot of guitar to open up for her show, and I would be playing like something like God Knows, or I would be playing what's it called? I played a lot of like Haruhi Suzumiya on my guitar, and I would sing in front of an audience and I would perform it, and it was one of the best times that I had in my life. I was very, very, very young though. I was probably like a preteen. I was still a preteen. Like, I wasn't even of age, and I performed with an audience, and that was a lot of fun. And then I got to see her performances live, and there were other like small idol groups that performed as well, and I was like, whoa, this is so new to me. This is so cool. This is so cool. And then yeah, and that's how I was able to meet a lot of different people in the community. You know, one of the performers there too was what's it called? They ended up moving to Japan as well, so that they can either like be a model or be a performer, which was really cool. And I think one of her name was like Elderberry or whatever. And then there was another one where there was a singer, and she played the piano, and her name was Emmy. And you know what ended up happening? She became a really big voice actor who voice acted for like Cyberpunk and Apothecary Diaries and all of these different things. And it's really crazy that we met each other when I was really, really young. Like, I was literally a baby during that time, and they ended up doing really cool things in the anime industry. So I'm really happy that I got to experience all of that. Yeah. And I think the idol that I guest performed for, she also had a lot of songs that ended up being in like the Just Dance like video games and so many other things. And yeah, I think that's what inspired me to get into music and to stay in this industry. I actually left it for a while because I had to go to school, and I didn't think I would come back to it, but now I'm here. I always end up coming back to here, and I guess that just shows that fate has it that I belong in this community. So many wonderful things. Maho is from Japan. Yeah, I feel like you live in Japan. Oh, so Japanese times. I think that's really cool, Maho. I think that's very, very, very cool. I want to be able to learn Japanese for you one day, and maybe we'll be able to have a conversation together. I hope that we can have that at some point. I will dedicate myself to learning Japanese during our time here. When I find the time, I will get myself into classes. I promise you guys. I will get myself into classes. Hi, Yomi! Nice to see you! Very, very happy to have you here. Emmy, if that's who, I have her autograph on a few standees. Yeah, she's very, very sweet. She's very sweet. She's very nice. We used to cosplay a lot of like Vocaloid stuff together, which was really cool. She used to cosplay Len a lot, and I used to cosplay Miku. And then the other girl that we used to perform together with, she cosplayed Luca a lot, which is really cool. But it's been a while since I've talked to her, honestly. Yeah, a very, very, very long while, but we used to go to events together, and we used to go to different conventions, and we used to host our own little concerts together. So we would have like a very, very small group of people that would go into those panels, and we would host like a whole concert where we would just sing Vocaloid songs, and it was cool. We used to do like duets together and stuff. Stepped out, but I'm back. Hi, Christian. Nice to see you. Not an active otaku. I barely have otaku experience. Yeah. I you know, they didn't really have the word like otaku back in the days. I guess they just called people weebs. Like, it was a very derogatory word for people who were very interested in anime. But now a lot of people really like anime, and it's very mainstream. And I'm almost very surprised by the fact that there are a lot of people who what's it called? There's a lot of people who are very open about talking about anime and video games nowadays. You do belong here, girl. Thank you, Yomi. Thank you for that. Meteor recorder, I always come back. I'm always back to you. All roads lead back to the anime industry. Maho works very hard. Yeah. Very, very hard. Let's see. I need to learn how to teach Japanese. Maho, are you gonna teach me Japanese? Is Maho gonna be my teacher? I wish I knew then, so I could enjoy your stuff before. No. It's okay. I don't want you guys to take a look at my old stuff. My old stuff is very old. I was very, very inexperienced. I gotta get going. Talk much, Maeflowers. Drink lots of tea for me. Bye, Error. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'm not that old. That's okay. What are you? Are you like 5,000 years old? Are you 5,000? I would consider that as a very, very young age. Oh man. What are all other memories that I have? I do remember that I also had some friends that also was a part of the maid cafe that one Japanese idol hosted, and they ended up having their own like clothing lines too. What's it called? I think they were like very J-style type of clothing lines, and I was very proud of them, and I want to be able to buy some of their clothes one day at some point. Your old stuff was great, I can guarantee it. Thank you, Malderin. Yeah. I've officially deleted it off of the internet, unfortunately. And you know, this is a little bit of very personal information. But the reason why a lot of my old stuff was deleted from the internet was because I had a lot of stalkers. I ended up getting some stalkers back then who ended up trying to find out where I lived and all of those different things. And so I deleted a lot of my old personas, a lot of my old content, a lot of my old like song covers and stuff off the internet because I wanted to change. And so that I was gone for a very, very long time, and now I'm back here, and that's why I say that I am a little bit more prepared for a lot of these different things. The reason why I don't, break down too badly when things happen, or like negative things happen, is because it's already happened before, and I was very, very young at that age. Like, I wasn't even of age when that thing happened, and now that I am a full grown adult, I understand where kind of things come from, and I am more prepared to be able to handle those things. And I think also the fact too that like I know that I always said that like I literally almost died. Like, the fact that I almost died at this point of just like, yeah, like a stalker is gonna come to my door and stab me in the stomach. Well, great. Good. Farewell, guys. It was nice knowing ya. And I'm just hoping that, this time around, my community and chat is a lot more respectful than that, than coming into my home and, and end up unaliving me at some point. Because you guys are not gonna be able to talk to me anymore, I'm not gonna be able to talk to you anymore. How good am I when I'm dead? Don't forget about your meeting. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably hop off like at least 10 minutes before my meeting. Thank you so much for the reminder, YT Borg. All the memories when it was a secret to watch anime. Good old days, though. Unpopular opinion, but becoming mainstream kind of ruined the experience for me. Something was lost along the way. Yeah, it kind of felt like a secret club, right, guys? Yeah, it kind of felt like a secret club. Stalkers shouldn't ask where people live. That's just giving away people's personal information, but they're just stalkers. Yeah. I felt like people were like kind of giving out personal information because people were like interested in that type of stuff, so... Yeah, that's a little bit of lore history. I think that's also the reason why I'm a little bit like not necessarily messed up in a way, but there's a little bit of something that needs to be healing in my brain because a lot of those different experiences that I had when I was younger. That reminds me, I saw you'll be receiving gifts from fans during an event. Make sure staff check everything. Yes. If you guys check Twitter, I did repost a Twitter post where the staff will be accepting gifts. So nothing NSFW, nothing huge, nothing big, nothing that could be eaten. They're going to check every single gift that is received from Maeflowers before it is sent over to me. So rest assured, we will be very, very safe. If you guys want to send gifts to us, feel free to hand it over, and we will be getting it after the event. In fact, my human will be very, 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 very incognito in the event. You guys will definitely not know that it is her. So she will probably get the gifts right away as soon as the convention ends. Baby May is now Big Baby May. Yeah. It's okay, May. People try to do bad things about poor, precious human beings. Yeah, I think that's why I am also very, I'm very adamant on mentality streams. I am very adamant on making sure that people in the space have a very good mindset, especially other creators. You know, if there are other creators that watch me, I want to be able to give back to the community by being able to provide them some advice and tips for the experience, because if it is your first time being a creator, if it is your first time being in a public space, I want people to know that, you know, you guys aren't alone in things. You have to be very, very careful about the type of community that you create, being able to lead and be able to not necessarily curry, but being able to find the right people that that make sure that you have a good time and everybody else has a good time with things. Yeah. That's why you're stalking us, to give something back to the community? Yeah. That's why I stalk you guys. I want to know the things you like, what you don't like, the things that you love to do, all of those things. You have a meeting after stream? Yeah, I do. That's why I have to leave a little bit early today, unfortunately. If I didn't have a meeting, I would continue yapping for hours, but unfortunately, I cannot. Hi May, I love the whole white collar theme. Are we getting married? Are marrying chat? Hi Delta, nice to see you. No, we're just having tea time. We're just having tea time. Yeah, anyway, glad you managed to recover from the incident and come back strong. Yeah, stay strong. Yeah, I will always stay strong. That is my promise to you guys. You know, my promise to you, I don't have anything in terms of like, yeah, I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna go on stage. I'm gonna do all of these different things. Like, my promise to you guys is that I will always do my best to stay mentally healthy. I will always do my best to make sure that I take care of myself so that you guys can always have a good experience. I can't promise anything more than that, to be honest, because everything is literally just like, I don't know, things happen, and I'm just grateful that things happen, but my promise is that I will always try to maintain a good mindset for you guys. Yes. I don't think I could recover from that experience. You were brave, but be careful. Yeah, no, I will always try my best to be very careful with these things, and, you know, I will be very transparent with things that happen. But yeah. So that's a little bit of like lore and like a back history about all the things that we're doing. Coming back strong here. Yeah, I am gonna be going incognito. My human's gonna go incognito in Afkai. But something that people have told me is that, yes, you know, so some of my Maeflowers do know like what I look like and whatnot, but you guys probably won't be able to tell because my vibes are, you know, my human's vibes are completely different than who I am as MAEFAE, which is actually kind of crazy. I was talking to some of my friends, which are actually like they're my normal friends, right? They're not interested too much into like anime culture. Like, they watch some anime, but they don't. Some of the friends that they introduced to me, actually, they mentioned that like some people actually get intimidated by my human version, which is kind of crazy when I think about it, because I feel like I am the most non-threatening human being that exists. I'm just very shy, which is like very quiet, but my human being, like Apparently people are like, yeah, like your human being looks too cool to be approachable. I'm like, what? What do you mean too cool? What do you mean too, like, intimidating? Like, yeah, like she looks like she has way too much eyeliner and she could beat someone up. And I'm like, what? Does that mean my human needs to start dressing pretty? So yeah, pay attention to My Way song of Kai. Yeah, if you guys hear the song My Way, that's your hint. And then once I know that the song is loud enough, I'm gonna be running away. What? I never get intimidated. Yeah, I hope that you guys are intimidated. I hope that you guys are intimidated. I think it's the reason why is because as I've gotten older, right? And we're gonna talk a little bit more about like fashion sense and like expressing yourself. When I was younger, I used to go for like more of like the edgy types of vibes, like in terms of dressing up. And now I don't really want to stand out. Like as an adult, I don't really want to stand out, but I still want to look good. I still want to look cool. So what ended up happening was that I went into like a very like scene girl, like crazy, like emo, like goth type of like vibe when I was a lot younger. And then as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't want to stand out. I used to want to stand out because I wanted to be like, hey, look at me, I'm cool, I have a personality, all that stuff. Now I don't give a crap about that stuff anymore. I don't want to look cool. I just want to be comfortable. Hello, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for stopping by. Hajimemashite. I get that May's human has a very modern boss lady vibe. No, it's not even a boss lady vibe. It's not even a boss lady vibe. It's not that. I just... It's not even that though. Flower Fairy Online, Undertaker IRL. So MAEFAE is more true to herself and the human is shaped by society. Yeah, like MAEFAE is the true self. You guys got to see my true self. This is actually my true self, guys. But yeah, like the human that MAEFAE is attached to, she decided to go the grunge route. The grunge route of things. So human May ended up now taking on more of an alternative like grunge style instead of like going complete goth or complete look, because like green, like black, like all, like just looking like you're a part of the apocalypse looks a little bit more normal, but like still has that edgy touch compared to like if you wanted to stand out, having more of like very e-girl like type of vibes. So I thought it was a good way to kind of blend in but still have a little bit of a touch of that personality at the same time. So that is essentially what my human has transitioned into. But like sometimes it doesn't even look edgy or grungy. It literally just looks like I'm about to shoot some zombies out into like a zombie apocalypse or something. Like I got like the hunter hat and you know, you get some straps on and being like, yeah, I'm ready. But you know what? That is the best type of fashion sense, because I could literally carry a bag and it's a part of the style and it's functional. I could carry my pepper spray around. I could carry my hunting knife around. I can carry So your human is an edgy goth girl and the VTuber is an angel-looking fairy with a quirky personality? Something like that. There is a reason why I go through that phase. Like, you know, if I'm gonna be considered intimidating to people, then I might as well just play out that look, right? So it's pretty dresses online, ripped jeans, and all-star area. Yeah. It's Shrek mode in real life. Everyone had an emo phase. Yeah, everyone had an emo phase, but for some reason, my human's emo phase never left. It just came back stronger. So I guess you listened to a lot of emo punk songs back then. Yeah. Actually, no. I listen to emo punk, like hardcore metal songs now. Like it became very delayed. You know what I listened to back then? I listened to a lot of pop. I listened to like a lot of R&B. I listened to a lot of EDM and Japanese music. J-pop was a staple. I used to listen to like very Asian rap, like Japanese rappers, like Asian rappers. you know, I was trying to find myself, and so I listened to like a variety of many different things. The emo punk phase was when I started listening to Evanescence, and then I started watching a lot of like Naruto AMVs, a lot of Bleach AMVs. That's how I got introduced to a lot of more like emo type stuff. And there was also a phase where like emo started getting back on the radio, and that's why I was interested in it. But I never got into any of the hardcore stuff until now. Until about 2 years ago, I became obsessed with metal. I became obsessed with stuff like Bring Me the Horizon, like way too late. And a lot of my group of friends were listening to them. And then I don't know. I wasn't interested in it during the time, but now I'm interested in it. So I'm just going full out. Let me see. Catching up with your messages here. Pronunciation is nice. Oh my gosh, at least I got the pronunciation down. I'm not very good at like actually having a conversation in Japanese though. Opposite direction for me, where I never cared what I looked like, but I ended up the same conclusion where I still wanted to be chill but still looked good. Yeah, it's a little bit opposite for people. Like for me, I cared way too much back then, and then now I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to look cool. If I think I look cool, that's all that matters, right? To recommend music on Discord, I had to push down for my teenager taste. Yeah. You don't need to push down. You know, we're all being genuine and real here. You know, I felt that one. Evanescence Naruto AMV is so iconic. There was a specific point where I was so obsessed with AMV that I ended up making my own AMV. I did an AMV on like that battle scene between Sasuke and Naruto. I forgot which one it was. It was the one where Sasuke has those like big creepy wings, and then like they ended up doing like the Rasengan and the freaking whatever his Chidori power is, and they fight. I made a specific AMV for that. I didn't know how to do any of the effects, right? But I cut together this music video, and the song that I put on was do you guys know the song Paralyzer? The one I consider it a dad song. The one's like, you're gonna paralyze, added to be struck by you. I'm gonna make your moves because there's the so like dun. Oh man, I gotta make an AMV one day. I freaking love those things, guys. I freaking love those things. I mostly listen to classical music, very softcore. Ooh, I also went through a classical phase at one point. Classical music and also jazz music. If you ever listen to smooth jazz, it's like to me, it feels like a very fancy version of like classical. You know, just add a little bit of spice in there and turn into jazz. When they fight at the waterfall, yeah, that one. Never posted it. Paralyzer is cool. Hi, girl. Hi, can spell America without Erica. Hi, Erica. Nice to see you. Yeah. They used to have like a lot of like AMV contests and conventions too, and I've always wanted to submit to one, but that was like after. That was after my AMV making phase, because you know it's really hard to make a music video sometimes, guys. You like jazz? Yeah. I love jazz. Mostly the type of jazz that I like to listen to mostly is more like vocal type of jazz. I know that obviously there's like Chet Baker and like all those things that are more focused on instrumentals, but because for me personally, I am a singer. You know, I love listening to like Ella Fitzgerald, Armstrong, Diana Washington. I guess you got your classic Frank Sinatra. Yeah, a lot of different like vocalists. Who else? Like Billie Holiday. So I like to listen to like a very vocal type of jazz. Paralyzer cover 1. You guys want me to do a cover of Paralyzer? I think I should add it into my karaoke list, right? I'll add it to my karaoke list. I don't think I have it on there. Linkin Park X Dragon Ball AMV so golden. Heck yeah, all the Linkin Park AMVs go so hard. It goes so hard, guys. It goes so hard. There were a couple different things. Like at a certain point, the AMV editing style started to change over time, right? Like back in the days when I watched AMVs, it was strictly like just cutting and editing and making sure that it goes with the timing in the videos. But after a certain point, it started to transition where people started adding like special effects to it, like After Effects and all that stuff. And I never got to that. I never got the opportunity to learn how to like put in effects and After Effects and everything. And that's why I hopped off, because a lot of the people who were interested in watching AMVs liked watching the effects now more than watching just straight up AMV itself. So I think that's why I kind of like fell off of the editing AMV type of route, because I just didn't have time to do it. I had schooling. I couldn't learn it, you know? After the teenage years, I barely got new things. Yeah, it's so hard to keep up, like, after the teenage years, right? Like, now you just start, like, reminiscing off of things. So I try to make it a habit to force myself to, like, learn new things every day and, like, keep watching new anime, keep watching new things, keep watching or keep listening to new music. I honestly, like, I'm trying to force myself to expand more of my horizons listening to new music, because I can't just keep singing karaoke that's just, like, old stuff, right? I can't just keep listening to the old stuff. As much as nostalgic My Chemical Romance, I know you guys mentioned that, as much as nostalgic it is, I have to know it. Whoever designed the music video for Linkin Park Heavy is the Crown song was probably using AMV for reference. I bet you guys that all of the people who are making the official MVs for video games and anime probably made AMVs in the past. Probably. I did it Windows Movie Maker, and the guy who did Sony Vegas were infinitely cooler. Yeah, that's what I did. I did Windows Movie Maker. I never got to Sony Vegas though. Unfortunately, I am I am using Adobe for all of that. I'm using Adobe. I'm paying fees. I actually did the thing where I told them I was paying what, like $50 for like Adobe so that I could have all of the different programs on there. And what I ended up doing, I was like, I'm gonna end the subscription. And they're like, are you sure? Are you sure? Do you need extra money? And I was like, yeah, you got a deal for me? And they were like, we can give you Adobe for $17 a month if you stay with us for an entire year. And I was like, that's a hard bargain. That's a hard bargain. So I ended up getting it. So now I'm only paying $17 a month for Adobe. Adobe subscription, I know. I got locked into it. It's so expensive. Yeah. I think what I ended up doing at some point when I first got Adobe is that I got Adobe and I used my college card, and I was like, yeah, I'm still a student. And I ended up saying that, like, yeah, I'm gonna be a student for 10 years. So I told them I was telling them that, yeah, I'm gonna be a student for 10 years, but I think they only gave me the student discount for maybe like 3 years, and then they increased the price, and I was like, bruh. Bruh. Never mind. I will drop an old school Naruto AMV on Discord. Let's go. If there's still something, that I remember, I'm gonna search up a Naruto AMV. I'll share you guys the one that I watched from before. Even Western movies like The Matrix had influences, references from anime. Yeah, they do. Even if you watch something like The Black Swan, right? The Black Swan, they heavily reference Perfect Blue from that. Though I think Perfect Blue was a lot more traumatizing than Black Swan, to be honest with you. Yeah, threatening to cancel your subscription will generally decrease your price for a lot of services. I didn't know that was a thing. That was crazy. Intentionally not graduate for the Adobe discount. Yeah, I think that at a certain point, you know, I'm probably just gonna go back to school again, just for like a really easy degree. Like, I don't know, like basket weaving or something. And I'll be like, hey guys, I'm in school now for basket weaving. And then I'm gonna just go on Adobe and be like, hey, I'm a student again. Can I get the student discount? So that's what's gonna end up happening, honestly. Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of AMVs, I know that some of you guys on Discord actually caught up with this already, but I would highly recommend for you to check out these two new songs, right? There was a collaboration between Slaughter to Prevail, which is like this big heavy metal band. Alex Terrible has the most insane type of scream, and Baby Metal, which, you know, we all love Baby Metal. We love Baby Metal. They have a very good song they made together. And there is also a new Hanabi song called Spicy Queen. And even though a lot of their songs are very, you know, like Hawaii, this particular song actually sounds very similar to Maximum the Hormone. So if you guys like Maximum the Hormone, that is the type of song that like they made with this one. Like, it's just a very like a lot of like rappy, screamy type of songs. which isn't very surprising because Hanabiye, I think that's how you say it, not Hanabi. Hanabiye is actually used to be a cover band before they started making their own original songs, and their biggest influences was Maximum the Hormone. So they have very Maximum the Hormone sounds with a little bit of like a very kawaii twist into it, like a very cute twist. So I'm always looking for Japanese rock bands or just normal rock bands to keep up to date with. So if you guys have any recommendations, please definitely let me know. I am starting to get used to a lot of the Western sounds in a lot of those bands, but I will say that my tastes are a little bit more on the Japanese side of things. I do like the Japanese metal sounds because I love how they integrate a lot of like the, like more of like the Eastern type of like music song dynamics with a little bit of the American influence. But now like I kind of get it, you know? I've been listening to Knock Loose for the past like 3 weeks and I'm like, heck yeah, that sounds really, really cool. And oh, speaking of like rock concerts too, guys, I'm going to the 1 o'clock concert. I'm going to a 1 o'clock concert tonight. I'm very excited and I'm very happy. I literally haven't seen these guys for a very long time. The first time when I saw 1 o'clock was I don't know, it was very long. It was a very long time ago, and they were still small. And you know what was really funny? The first time I went, I went into the concert, and even though a lot of people were like American, a lot of them was just like, "Aishiteru, Taka! Aishiteru!" I was like, wait, is this normal? They're just screaming. I don't know what Japanese sound is. So an example like of a Japanese like sound, right? A lot of J-rock songs or a lot of visual K, there is a specific term called the golden road. The golden road? I think that's what it's called, the golden road, the golden something, where there are certain chord progressions that more Japanese musicians and Japanese artists use compared to the typical Western sound. So a lot of like music theory stuff that makes it very distinct in their style. They use it for a lot of anime. They use it for like even something like Yoasobi. I don't know if they use it for the what's it called? They use it for like more of like the Western ones, but 1 o'clock and even a band like Cold Rain is actually very good at mixing and combining it together because it's a much more Western sound to me, like more Western with Japanese like sprinkled influence. Yeah. Oh, understand. Yeah. So that's what it feels like to me. Concerts look so fun. Heck yeah! Lots of meetings and then go to concert. That is my break, guys. That is gonna be my break. Oh, I am gonna be leaving in a minute, so let me see if we can raid into somebody today. Dun 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 dun. I do have one more announcement before I start heading out, guys. Let's see. Aruri is streaming Call of Cthulhu right now, so we're going to be going into Aruri's stream right after this announcement here. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go to her. Oh, there we go. I just had to put up her stream really quickly. So one announcement that we're gonna have is that next week we are gonna have a 10K sub celebration. Woo! We're gonna have a stream dedicated to that sometime next Thursday. And it is going to be, we're not gonna have a lot of streams next week because I am gonna be traveling during the weekend. I'm gonna be traveling to the desert. Woo! I'm gonna show you desert grass, guys. I am gonna be going there. I'm gonna be recording everything, and right after I come back, we're going to have a stream that is dedicated for me showing you around in the desert. If I can make it to the desert, I don't think I'm gonna drive around the desert. Hopefully, I can find a way. I could show you some of my experiences on there. But next week we're gonna do that. We're gonna have like 3 streams, and we are going to do a scare stream where we're going to be reacting to some of the different things that that you're gonna send me. So be on the lookout this weekend. Hopefully by Sunday I will have a Google form out where you can submit to me different things to see how scared I could get with it. So videos have to be under 5 minutes long for me to watch. If you want to share a story that you see on Reddit or a creepypasta, it must be under 3 paragraph, like 3 long paragraphs long, because we can't like read like a whole entire thing. There's going to be some stuff, and any scary games that you give me has to be accessible through a browser. It can't be something that I have to download. It has to be free and has to be through a browser, unless it's on like a Steam or something and it's like absolutely free. So definitely think about it, guys. Think about what you want to show me. Pictures are fine as well. Pictures, videos. We are going to have a management kind of take a look at it before we look at the stream, and hopefully I'll get surprised by it. I'm not going to look at it before then. Can I share my own personal scary experiences? Oh yes. So let me write that down too. Marshmallow scary experiences. So if you have a scary experience, I will also read it aloud on stream, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be celebrating our 10K by scaring our pants off. Yes. You should limit the to amount of words instead of long paragraphs. Okay, that's a good idea. So stories word limit. Okay, word limit. So I'll say like maybe yeah. We'll have a word limit for it. So it's not out right now, but just keep it in mind. You know, like put it in the documents, put it in a note somewhere, and then once it comes out, you could like submit it on Discord, and then we are going to have a celebration stream. It should be on a Thursday before I leave. So a bit scared to be scared. Don't worry. We're all gonna be scared together. You know, make it like 500 words. Okay, got you. 500 words. Yeah, I loosely thought about it, but I didn't really get to make the official thing yet. So so we'll work on it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for coming here, and thank you for yapping with me. We are gonna be heading off now, and I will see you next week. Okay? Thank you. We'll see you. Goodbye.